माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी गोपीजना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपीजना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय विष्णुपाद परमसुराज कचर्य स्तोत्र सिद्ध सर्वेंद्र सभय चरणारविंद भक्तवेंत संश्लेष प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमसुराज कचर्य स्तोत्र सिद्ध सर्वेंद्र श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की all glories to assembled devotees Hare all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Shri Prabhupada की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसदी गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरोनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिते नामने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेषण्यवादि पश्चात्यधीशतारिणे
Hare Krishna. We are happy to have the association of His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhu here. It's the first time he's here and we are getting the opportunity to hear from him. He's a disciple of His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj and he's a very wonderful speaker, globally renowned lifestyle mentor, coach, monk, and above all a very, very enthusiastic, spirited, dedicated servant of Srila Prabhupada and his spiritual master. He holds a master's degree in mathematics and bachelor's degree in science and law from various Indian universities. He also studied software programming. He's based in Michigan. Currently it looks like, earlier he was in Detroit if I'm not wrong, and has made a community over there. But he travels all over US imparting spiritual insights on work-life balance, relationships and mindfulness. He also travels widely to East Asia, Middle East, Europe, conducting seminars on personality development and providing guidance to students, professionals and corporate leaders. He also conducts seminars at universities like Carnegie Mellon, University of Pittsburgh, University of Cincinnati, Wayne State University and Lawrence Tech University, etc. Also in multinational corporations like Procter & Gamble, Ford Motor, among others. And his goal is to build like-minded communities and equip them with the tools to address the problems of the modern world and toxic work cultures, because he believes that people can live in peace and harmony with nature if they have the right tools and support. So you can visit www.yugalkishore.com for more information. And he has also a book. What is the name of the book? What's that? The Art and Science of Self-Mastery, which you will see after the class. So you can contact for that book also. It's contact@yugalkishore.com. I have heard from him a few times in the Kartik Yatras, and the enthusiasm and vigor with which he gives an offering to Srila Prabhupada goes to show his depth. He is not less than any missionary and revolutionary personality, as you will see just in a few minutes from now. He has imbibed Krishna consciousness very deeply, and because of his very strong practice and very great dedication and devotion to Srila Prabhupada's mission, when he speaks, it's like a thunderbolt which can smash all the misconceptions and doubts which may be there in the heart of a person. And he has been preaching in US for many, many years, almost 15 years or more. How many? 21 years. 21 years. 22 years. So now things in US are improving. Many devotees are going from India also there also. But he is one-man army, and he has gone to various cities, preached there, cultivated the student, inspired some of them to become monks, some of them have become congregation members, and they have made communities and they live a very simple, dedicated life to the mission. So very happy that he's there for a very, very short visit, just a morning class and maybe another class for brahmacharis, and then he's proceeding to Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir Chowpatty. But we are fortunate because even a moment's association of such a dedicated and devotee like him can inspire us for a very, very long time to dedicate our lives. So let us welcome him at Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Mandir here by once loudly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 16, text number 53-54. I can read 52 also. Should I read? Actually, read 52. लोके वितरमात्मानं लोके वितरम् आत्मानं लोकं चात्मनि सन्ततं लोकं चात्मनि सन्ततं उभयं च माया व्याप्तम् उभयं च माया व्याप्तम् मयि चैवो भयं कृतं मयि चैवो भयं कृतं. I think that is yesterday's verse. And today, yata sushuptah purusho yata sushuptah purusho Visvam pasyati chatmani Atmanam ekadeshastam Atmanam ekadeshastam Manyate swapna uttitaha Yevaranam evam jagaranadini जीवस्थानानि चात्मनः मायामात्राणि विज्ञाय तद्द्रष्टारं परं स्मरेत्. Nobody repeats. Mataji's. Yatha, just as Sushuptaha, sleeping, Purushaha, a person, Viswam, the whole universe, Pasyati, perceives, Cha, also, Atmani, in himself, Atmanam, himself, Ekadeshastam, lying down in one place, Manyate, he considers, Swapne, in the dreaming condition, Uttitaha, waking up, Evam, in this way, Jagaranadini, the state of wakefulness, and so on. Jivasthanani, the living entity's different conditions of existence. Cha, also, Atmanaha, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Maya Matrani, the exhibitions of the illusory potency. Vijnaya, knowing. Tat, of them. Drashtaram, the creator or seer of all such conditions. Param, the supreme. Smarit, one should always remember. Translation by His Divine Grace Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. When a person is in deep sleep, he dreams and sees in himself many other objects, such as great mountains, rivers, or perhaps even the entire universe. Although they are far away, sometimes when one awakens from a dream, he sees that he is in a human form, lying in his bed in one place. Thus he sees himself in terms of various conditions as belonging to a particular nationality, family, and so on. All the conditions of deep sleep, dreaming, and wakefulness are but energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should always remember the original creator of these conditions, the Supreme Lord, who is unaffected by them. Purport. None of these conditions of the living entities, namely deep sleep, dreaming, and wakefulness, is substantial. They are simply displays of various phases of conditioned life. There may be many mountains, rivers, trees, bees, tigers, and snakes that are situated far away, but in a dream, one may imagine them to be nearby. Similarly, as one has subtle dreams at night, when the living entity is awake, he lives in the engrossed dream of nation, community, society, positions, skyscrapers, bank balance, position and honor. Under the circumstances, one should know that his position is due to his contact with the material world. One is situated in different positions in various forms of life that are all but creations of the illusory energy, which works under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the Supreme Lord is the ultimate actor, and the conditioned living entity should simply remember this original actor, Sri Krishna. As living entities, we are being carried away by the waves of Prakriti, or nature, which works under the Lord's direction. Maya Dhyakshana Prakriti Saitya Sacharacharam. Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, Miche Mayar Vase Yacha Bese Kacha Hapudabu Bhai. Why are you being carried away by the waves of the illusory energy in various phases of dreaming and wakefulness? These are all creations of Maya. Our only duty is to remember the Supreme Director of this illusory energy, Krishna. For us to do this, the Shastra advises us Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Kevalam. One should constantly chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The Supreme Lord is realized in three different phases as Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. But Bhagavan is the ultimate realization. One who realizes Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the most perfect Mahatma. Vasudeva Saramiti, Samahatma Sudurlabha. In the human form of life, one should understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For then one will understand everything else. Yasmin Vijnate Sarvam Evam Vijnatam Bhavati. According to the Vedic injunction, simply by understanding Krishna, one understands Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Brahman, Paramatma, Prakriti, the illusory energy, the spiritual energy, and everything else. Everything will be revealed. Prakriti, the material nature, is working under the direction of the Supreme Lord, and we living entities are being carried away by the various phases of Prakriti. For self-realization, one should always remember Krishna, as stated in Padma Puran. Smartavya Satatam Vishnu. Should always remember Lord Vishnu. Smartavya Najata Chitta. We should never forget the Lord. This is the perfection of life. I neither have any qualification nor any great realizations. So I seek the blessings of all the devotees, especially the senior devotees, and Revati Prati Prabhu, and I don't know the other names. I came here long ago, but I'm coming here after so many years actually. Can take you can keep it on. You can take this out also, that's better. I'm traveling continuously, that's why now I think this is fine. I can manage. Okay. This verse is very, very, unimaginable actually, of high standard. We have three phases in our life. Jagrati, Swapna, Sushupti. So before I start actually, I want to tell you something interesting actually. I looked for in the bag but I couldn't find. No problem. Recently I read third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, 20, 21st, 22nd chapters. We are always a tiny spirit soul. What is the size of spirit soul? बालागर शतभागस्य शतभागत कल्पितस्य भागो जीवस विज्ञेय सच्चिन्नन्त्याय कल्पते. 1/10,000 part of the tip of the hair, tiny. We all came to the clouds one day. It rained. Yesterday I spoke this introduction in Bangalore temple, but unfortunately I couldn't find it. So we all came to the clouds one day and it rained. And we all fell in the fields. Some of us fell in a brinjal field. Some of us fell in a paddy field. Some of us fell in a wheat field. Some of us fell in a garden of fruits. Our father ate it. And at the time of meeting with the mother, we were injected into the womb of the mother. So, this all happened under the supervision of Krishna. Maya Dakshana Prakriti Suyate Sachanacharam Etananena Kaunte Jagat Viparivartate. No. And Karmana Daiva Nitrena Jantar Deha Patnaye Striyo Pravishi Udaram Pumsareta Ganasത്രya. So this is happening. Karmana Deva Nitrena. The way fish tail moves, the fish tail decides the movement of the fish. Our karma decides our movement. When I actually read this, the next chapter also, the activity, the fruitive activities of living entity, I was shaken up. Actually, I brought a clay dough from America actually, only to show this. Somehow somebody removed it, I don't know. So the point is, hey, we are tiny, this much. On the 5th day, we were like a chickpea. On the 10th day, we were like a plum. First month, head formed. Few months later, we developed hands and legs. 6th month, the consciousness like waking up from the dream. The consciousness entered. Then we became very uncomfortable. Head was close to this, like a curved bow. We were moving here and there. Tiny worms were eating all of us. We all, without exception, went through this. We don't remember it. So we are actually the combination of matter and of course the tiny spirit soul. How we went through, we do not know. But we all went through. The mothers can remember this. The child comes out. My child weighs 8 pounds, 12 pounds. One famous personality said, I don't want to remember my childhood because 1 year I couldn't walk, 3 years, 2-3 years I couldn't speak. But the why I'm telling this is that plum-like personality, tiny, developed hands and legs, and we came out, we are this much. How we went through that, we do not know. In this world, there are only 5 elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. They have to go back to their original state after some time. Your elements, my elements, whether you're a superstar, sinister, whichever star you are, the elements have to go back to the original state. The elements coming together to give us a shape is painful, and elements getting disintegrated to send us back to the clouds is very painful. But what is Maya? We don't remember this. We are so absorbed with our designations, upadhis. I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I. And this drama is continuing. And we are continuously going through three phases. When you are sleeping, a dream. That time, the daytime, that is reality. Daytime is a dream. When we are sleeping, and we are dreaming, Swapna, that is a reality. Whatever happened in the daytime is a dream that time. Then we wake up. Actually, when we sleep, first one is a REM, rapid eye movement. 5-10 minutes, immediately we'll fall asleep. So that is the juncture where we dream. Before we go to Sushupti, deep sleep. Many of us don't remember. Sometimes dream lasts for 3-4 hours. But we remember only the tiny portions of what we saw. But, and when we go to deep sleep Sushupti, later again, when our Sushupti stage is over, again we start dreaming. Then again, rapid eye movement, then we wake up. When, Hare, my hands, I lost my hands and legs. No, you wake up, everything is a normal, perfect, thank God very much. Then you enter into another state, Jagrati. Srila Prabhupada is telling this is another dream. Altogether it is a dream only. And this goes on at the age of 20s and 30s, we are. This body is a vehicle of enjoyment. ये शरीर भोगने के यंत्र है. 50 साल के बाद ये शरीर तकलीफ देने वाली यंत्र है. Whoever you are, all the superstars and cinema stars, India is very infatuated by movies and cricket. Whoever you are, this body will give you trouble. We opened also a small temple in 2018, and somebody donated us silver cups for the Lord. Radha Gopi Vallabh. Last year, Pujari came and told me one of the silver cups is leaking. So we should not put liquid in that. That is when I became very conscious. I woke myself up. Hey, this silver cup, after 5 years it is leaking. My intestines are not made up of silver or gold. I am putting breakfast, lunch and dinner past 50 years. Why I don't think one day it will leak? Why I can't wake up to the reality and become serious in my spiritual life? When silver cup is leaking after 5 years, why I don't think it will happen to me? Actually, I brought a clay dough only to show very vividly, to explain to all of us what happens in our lives. Because we are spirit soul, we are eternal. We think our body is eternal, but it is not. That illusion is very powerful. So the real charity is not giving food or medicine. The real charity is somebody waking us up to the reality. Otherwise, we are so much infatuated by our designations. I have a question for how many hours you sleep, Prabhu? 6 hours. Anybody 8 hours? 7 hours. Let us take average 8 hours. Not 6 hours. Let us take 8 hours. Many people sleep 8 hours actually. Who are you when you sleep? Man or woman? Indian or American? Hindu or some other denomination? If you live 100 years, 1/3, 33.3 years, we don't even know who we are. Did you ever think of it? 33.3 years, we do not know who we are. Bhakti Vigyan Maharaj says, ISKCON devotees, when the body starts giving trouble at 40, ISKCON devotees say, I am not the body, I am a spirit soul. Very active. You will travel left and right and, oh, you are not the body, Prabhu. You are a spirit soul. 45, yes, you are not the body, you are a spirit soul. 50, you are not the body, you are a spirit soul. 55, I am this body, Prabhu. Body gives trouble. One day I was sitting and eating lunch with a sannyasi. Yugal Kishore, I have a realization. Yes, Maharaj, please tell me. You really want to know? Yes. My realization is, I am this body. He was joking. Maharaj, you're making fun of me. Yeah, past 20 years, the past 40 years I'm preaching. But yesterday I went to doctor and got my tooth extracted. Then I got a realization. I am this body. So it is not easy. The second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 18 verses, 2.1 to 2.30, continuously Krishna says, hey, you're not the body, you're a spirit soul, you're not the body, you're a spirit soul, you're not the body, you're a spirit soul. That first instruction, it's very difficult to realize. So, it's very difficult to realize. Rather than focusing on externals, we should equally focus on internals. We should equally focus on internals. Your internal progress, nobody can take anything from you. External progress, externals can be taken. A position, a designation, a possession can be removed from us, including the body. But what cannot be removed from us is the progress we have made. Today, what is the problem? That love of God, that Krishna Prema, Dumena Vriyate Vahnihi, Yatam Darsho Malena Cha, Tatol Benaha Vruto Garbas, Tadhamate Nitama Vrutam. The way fire is covered by smoke, the way mirror is covered by dirt, the way baby is covered by the womb of the mother, our pure knowledge of Krishna consciousness, that eternal Krishna Prema, is covered by lust. What is lust? Trying to enjoy independent of Krishna. We have a strong desire to enjoy independent of Krishna. Krishna is only a spare tire. When everything fails, when a problem comes, we remember credit card. We don't remember Krishna. Where is the dependence? So to the extent we don't remember Krishna, that much extent we are away from Krishna. So, what time I should stop? Okay. So this is only introduction and but okay. So I used to work in Singapore, a software consultant. Before coming to ISKCON, I used to go to some other organization. Two sannyasis were talking there. They were talking about virtual reality. I said, Arya, sannyasis are talking about virtual reality. So, and they were telling, this is very nice. I went and asked, how much is the ticket? $30. I'll not go. Indians don't want to spend money, you know that, right? Yeah. $30, definitely I don't want to go. No, he said, no, this is really, you'll feel that reality, virtual reality. You'll feel it. You'll feel the movie. Well, sannyasis are telling they are impressed with this virtual reality. What is that? So I developed a desire to go. So it was expensive, $30 those days. So I went. Actually, you will see all sit in the chairs and the screen is very close and you get a feeling you are sitting in the train. Next half an hour, the train goes through the mountains. Alright, to the extent you're absorbed, you really get a feeling you're falling down actually. First 2 minutes I watched it. I was impressed with the technology. But everyone started, they were crying actually. Literally, they were making noises actually. Everyone. Because the train is going so, your seat also moves. And you'll get a feeling you're falling actually. And I think people like that, that type of, what do you call it? Not just adventure, but the feeling, rasa. Prabhu is some, there, what is that? India has that horror movies. But during interval, nobody wants to go to bathroom. Even the bathroom comes because you are scared. But still, people like horror movies. I really do not know why. As he said, there is some rasa. So then I said, Hare, for this I spent $30. You know. But how do I prove I am immune to this? First thing I did, I closed my eyes. When I closed my eyes, I'm only seeing this chair moving 4 inches up, 4 inches down, 4 inches up, like that. And I appreciated that person who has invented the technology, and nothing is there. So, but to the extent tadatmyata, to the extent you are absorbed in that movie, you don't see the movement of the chair. That is how this world is a virtual reality. We are absorbed in our designations. We are absorbed in our positions, whatever it is. You know? When people call me, especially when they're leaving the body, I love to attend because I know one day I'll go through this. That is a gateway. Up to that, I'll know. I don't know what happens. All glories to the all glories to the education today, which is convincing everybody, hey, you're this body, you're the senses. You gratify your senses, you'll be happy. Hare, professor is miserable. Professor is miserable. We have so many professors in America. And they themselves told me, but they are telling, university is telling you make money, you'll be happy. Hare Krishna. So one day, why I'm telling this is all virtual reality. But the grip of Maya is so powerful. Prabhupada mentions there, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, eva kevalam kalava nasteva, nasteva, nasteva pitarinyada. You know? Enichi aushadhi Maya, nasibaro lagi, Harinama Mahamantra, love tumi magi. Lord Chaitanya said, to make you free from this illusion, I have brought a medicine to you. Please do accept. Please. That is the real charity. Bhuvi grunanti, e bhuri dachana. How do we become free from this illusion? It is not easy. Shanir Operatam. Somebody says, I've been chanting past 25 years. I think I am this body. One day when Srila Prabhupada, I used to live in West Virginia, for years. One Prabhu came to me and said, Yugal Kishore, can you please pray for me? Prabhuji, you're a Prabhupada disciple. You're coming down to male level. You're talking to me. And all apart from that, you're asking me to pray for you. What is that I can pray for you? I am just a neophyte devotee. Kanishta. Said, no, please do this for me. I said, what is that? Before I leave the world, I want to chant one round without any distraction. Can you please pray for me? That's a great thing. Then I told myself, I should not ask this same request. I should not make the same request to somebody else. How many of us agree it's very difficult to chant one round with full focus? Or it's very difficult to chant 4 rounds with full focus? Very difficult to chant 16 rounds without distraction. Why it will go 16 rounds? How many of us agree it is very difficult to focus one round without distraction? What, you chant one round without distraction, you have become a pure devotee? Huh? No. Why great gurus, they have not done seminars on holy name? Actually, I used to do seminars giving tips. 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 tips. And one day I thought, why, many gurus don't do seminars. Of course, Sachinandan Maharaj does, Burjan Prabhu does. A third verse of Shikshashtami you just apply. Because one round you can chant without distraction. You have become a pure devotee? No. The great way to gateway of Nadhanam Najanam Nasundaram is verse before. Trinadapisanacha. How easy it is to speak when somebody is listening. How difficult it is to apply when nobody is around. How difficult it is to come out of this illusion, this illusory absorption. We are not the body, and we think we are this body. What is Kali Yuga? Whatever is wrong, whatever is useless is promoted by government, promoted by universities, sometimes or most of the times promoted by parents. You follow this, you'll be happy. They are miserable. Hare Krishna. So anyway, one day, I'm cutting it short because time is less. I have so many examples. But one day what happened? It happened very recently. They are going to remove the ventilator. Can you come and sing? Yes. Prabhu is not initiated, but he had been serving the temple. But his son was initiated, daughter-in-law was initiated. I said, all right. So I started singing. I want everyone to please listen. Started singing, and doctor came and removed the ventilator. It was actually a very emotional scene for the family members. Then the family members started speaking in the ears. I told them, please, don't speak anything to him. In 5 minutes, he'll not be your person. You'll be totally forever disconnected. So let us give him holy name only. And but somehow they didn't listen to my advice. They were speaking in his ears. I said, Ariyar, what a power of Maya. On one hand, Krishna is entering into your ear. On another hand, Maya. Dad, the money will take care of. Mother will take care of. Brother, something like, I don't know what they were talking. That's why it is very important. Whatever we invest, this is all our preparation. That is the examination. I told them, please don't do that, but they were doing it. But anyway, one person came and told me, actually I closed my eyes because I want to really pray for him. One person came and told me, he passed away. He passed away. Means, Prabhu, stop, you can go home. As soon as, I think maybe nurse came. In America, it's all so much sophistication. And the moment nurse announced, some relatives left. Movie is over. So, well, let's go home. We are busy. Busy bee. I looked at him and said, hey, look, he didn't die. He's there, he's alive. He looked at me like a madman. What are you talking? They were monitoring all his numbers. His EKG, they call EKG in America. So, no, he passed away. I said, no, he's alive. Just to prove my words, this Prabhu started opening his eyes actually. He started opening his eyes. And I said, look, he's opening his eyes. Means I said, I want to tell him, hey, I'll continue Kirtan. And devotee, nice devotee actually. They were shocked. Then I continued Kirtan. Then his Bhakti-Ruksha members came. Exactly 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes later. And then joined my Kirtan. After they came, probably another 6-7 minutes later, he passed away. But 3-4 minutes later, again they came and said, no, he passed away. Do you really want to know my purport to this whole episode? Before I tell that purport, so then he passed away, and they were all, they became emotional. Then I picked up, I started walking. Nurse came to me and said, "This is amazing, whatever you have done. We never saw this in America. This Kirtan, I know what you're singing were great." But she said, "I won't tell you something. I never saw anything like this in my life. Trust me." His heart stopped. The straight line was going. Then all I told them, because America, they'll sue you actually. You say he died and but again he's awake. America is a very tough country. But believe me, his heart totally stopped. Probably for a minute. But again it started beating. And it went up to 50. This never happened in my life. But anyway, she thanked me. And you want to tell me, should I tell you the purport of this whole thing? By the time his heart stopped, his Bhaktiruksha members reached the parking lot. I think he had a desire to listen to their singing before leaving this world. Krishna again, Paramatma, that's the best way to put it. Paramatma resumed the whole operation of heartbeat. Amazing! I picked up so much faith. Whatever little service you do, this Prabhu is not even initiated. But Krishna said, no, no, no. Grace is higher than the formalities. You cannot apply rules to the grace. Grace is the causeless. And actually I told the Bhakti-Raksha members what happened. Amazing, amazing. Please, you're doing this, you're chanting the holy name sincerely. You're rendering service day after day, month after month, year after year. Trust me. Radha, Vrindavan, Chandra and Gaurnita and Jagannath Balsudra, they are not just sitting and watching. They know everything. That's what I learned in this many years. Any wrong thing you did, they know. Any right thing you did, you know. You are falling asleep, but you are struggling to chant the holy name, they know. You don't want to come to the temple, attend Mangalarti, but you are determined to come. You come. They know. You are depressed, you are frustrated for whatever is happening in your life. Still, you want to convey a message to Krishna, I am sincere. You came all the way, though you are miserable. That they know. They know everything. What we do not know, they are holding as an umbrella of mercy. But we only make holes to that umbrella of mercy by criticizing devotees, offending devotees, giving trouble to us, others. Yasman no dijite loko, lokan no dijite chiyaha. Arsha Bhavid Yogar, Yomad Bhaktas Same Priyaha. Recently I did a presentation. I came to India a couple of weeks before. How to attain that grace, how to attain mercy of Krishna. As much as possible, don't give trouble to others. Especially with the first offense is deadly. Let us not criticize others. And I made a statement in our temple. With all the impurities in our heart, I may have greed, I may have envy, I may have pride. Only 5 devotees in our temple make pure devotional service as the goal. Anya Bilashita Sunyam. Jnana Karmadhyana Anukulyena Krishna Anusilanam. Uttama Bhakti Bhaktiruttama. If that is your goal, Krishna is watching continuously. Bhakti is not a designation. Bhakti means a heart that longs to serve Krishna and devotees. Pritha Maharaj is telling in 4th canto, is telling his citizens. A summary I conclude in 3 lines. 1, you worship Krishna all the time, irrespective of what mental state you are in. 2, The shortcut to receive Krishna's mercy is Brahmana Seva and Vaishnava Seva. In those days, Brahmins were very, they were living like Brahmins. That's why Prithu Maharaj used that word. 3, don't condemn anybody, don't denounce anybody. As much as possible, do service. And invest on Harinama. Never underestimate the power of the bead bag. Never underestimate the power of bead bag. That's what I understood. All the, to unravel the mysteries of our lives, to make progress in our bhakti, Harinam. So, understanding that internal progress only comes with us, let us invest today. Tomorrow will never come. Tomorrow will never come. But somebody is frustrated. Hey, I've been chanting for this many years, still the problem? The conditioning is deeper, sir. Ma'am. That's okay. One devotee asked, His Holiness Radhanaswami 15 years ago, what, Krishna wants me to fail every test? A New Yorker. His Holiness Radhanaswami said, Prabhu, Krishna wants you to pass every test. Test after test he wants you to pass. Krishna doesn't give anything, any test that you cannot pass. Krishna gives you the tools also. Vaisashi Prabhu says, I don't want to be a big devotee, I want to be a sincere devotee. Sincerity in actions. Sincerity first in the mind actually. Very important. So then only we'll become free from that illusion. Childhood we used to play the game business. How many of you played? I'm done. Business game business. They'll give you a few rupees. Hey, I purchased post office. I purchased airport, pay tax. You're so absorbed in that. And 4 hours later, parents will come and say, hey, chalo, exams are coming. Band karo ya. And you forget. This credit cards, these green cards, that card, this card. It's another business game. One day Maya will say, Krishna will say, Paramatma, band karo, dusra jagah jayenge hum. So, invest in holy name. Yasmin vijñāte sarvamevam vijñātam bhavati. Self-relation is included in God realization. If you know Krishna, your relationship with Krishna, your service to Krishna, if you know Krishna actually, and your relationship, that's all possible at bhava stage. Your service, your relationship, and your form. Then you're self-realized, you're also God-realized. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is waiting for us since time immemorial. But we are groping in the darkness. So, if we sincerely follow the bhakti process, one day, by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, the grace of spiritual master, we'll awaken that love for Krishna. That's what Lord Chaitanya came to this world. Narsingadev came to protect Prahlad. Vamandev came to take everything from Bali Maharaj and give it to Indra. But Lord Chaitanya came to deliver every one of us. Patita Pavana. So you have chanted Hare Krishna mantra, one day you'll see Krishna. But when that one day comes, we do not know. Pankajangiri Prabhu said before leaving the world, every Hare Krishna devotee eventually will go back to Godhead. But why not we become sincere today? We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm sorry I've written a lot, but time is short. But very, very grateful for your patient audience. Please do excuse me as a humble servant if I've spoken anything wrong. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Any question? I never spoke about my book, Prabhu. Always somebody else spoke for it, you know.
Hare Krishna. Thankful to His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhu for sharing his thoughts. He's a very introspective, meditative devotee, and he learns a lot of lessons from very small things and small interaction that you saw in his talk. And he contemplates very deeply and, kind of goes much deeper and increases devotion, dedication to the mission. As I was telling, he's a very powerful preacher for the last 22 years. Preaching in US is not an easy task. In India, it's comparatively easier. But being there, and that too, in the renounced order, is still more challenging. Not much ashram facilities are there like we have in Pune, a big ashram with so many devotees, so much sangha. But still, because of his great sincerity and seriousness, and the blessings of many, many senior devotees, Maharajas, Srila Prabhupada disciples, with whom he associates and take their association very seriously. So he has been very wonderfully preaching and expanding the mission there. So based on the seminars and the presentations he makes, these 3 books are there compiled. The series is named as The Art and Science of Self-Mastery, A Monk's Wisdom for Stress, Anger and Time Management. And there are 3 books, 3 parts in this. There's a time management, anger management and stress management. And I believe once you manage the time, anger and stress, then we become expert in self-mastery. So they are available here. What is the price? So the whole set is available in 699 rupees, 1 less than 700 rupees. And we invite you to please come forward and take. They will be very helpful for you to go deeper in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Let us thank Yugal Kishore Prabhu by 3 times loudly chanting. Hare.
I just met Rompa Swami, and so you say, what about the books? I said, no, Maharaj, just cut and paste. There's nothing great about it, So just to increase a little bit preaching here and there. So anyway it takes, I hope and pray you're not frustrated or dissatisfied. That's the only thing I can tell. It's nothing but cut and paste. I've been in ISKCON for this much long. I don't get anything outside actually. It's nothing but a compilation of all what I heard. Cut and paste. You have rice, if you add little lemon, it's lemon rice. If you have, what is that, puliyogara rice, that thing, then it will be, this is also like that. Thank you.